Hi friends! I am here to talk about friendship. I am an INFJ 4-wing 3 if you're into typology, but I'm just going to talk in general about my own human person experiences. So I've noticed a trend throughout my life. I tend to have two close friends and then other friends, but I tend to have two very close ones that I put most of my energy into, whether that's a romantic relationship and a friendship or two friendships. There's a part in me that wants to be best friends with everybody that I meet. I really, really enjoy humans and connection, and I like hearing people's stories, but it takes up a lot of energy to invest in a relationship and to commit to that and continue it. If you can't be friends with everyone realistically. You wouldn't be a human person anymore. You would be a robot friend for all these humans. It would just take a lot out of you, and you have to fill your own love tank in order to be able to be there for other people. So I tend to put everything into my closest relationships. And I also tend to my other friendships, but I'm more committed to the one or two, and I don't know why. That's always been the case, though. Is that the case for you, too, human? Or do you tend to have lots of friends? My fiancé, Franco, he has a lot of friends. He's an ESFP 2-wing 1, and he does a good job at maintaining lots of different friendships, and he's a really good friend and a really, loyal, good listening ear. And that's the thing, I do have a lot of friends where I feel like I'm their listening ear, and I'm kind of it's almost like a one-sided friendship. But I suppose I find more value in the two-sided, because it's like some give and take, and it feels more like a closer bond, and like I'm being valued a bit more. But I also like being there for humans, so I like having an important purpose, and even with coworkers or whomever, I like being there for people and listening to them. But after so much of that, it can be very tiring. So since moving here, it's been interesting. I've moved to new cities before, and it's just always kind of a challenge meeting adult friends who don't already have their group, and I understand it. If I don't want to impose. If you already have your friends and you already have enough energy to expend, that's kind of like a cold way to look at it, as friends being energy to expend. And so I feel like I sound mean. It's just like romantic relationships. Both of you have to want it to make it work. And I feel like romantic relationships are very similar to best friendships. And, much like a romantic relationship, it sometimes starts with a crush, and then best friendships, there's a crush, maybe, a friend crush, and sometimes I'll get those where I'll just have this intense feeling, almost like a knowing that we would get along. I had it this last weekend with this girl. I was just like, I feel like we would be really good friends in another life, or maybe right now, if I have the courage to ask you to be my friend. But how do you really go about that? You have to be casual and smooth about it. You can't just be like, hey, want to be my best friend? Franco jokes that I'm kind of selective, and sometimes I feel bad about it, because if I don't see a friendship going anywhere, I'll let it, I just want to let it be what it was. If it's a passing connection or story or fun time, I love what it was. But if I don't see it being a long-term thing, then I'm not interested in pretending or trying to maintain it. But in another sense, I like to be more open to allowing these possible relationships to bloom and maybe become a friendship. And yeah, because later in development, you can change, but I tend to trust my intuition a lot and just feel like this person and we have this connection, this would work, or it won't. But I can be kind of a little bit closed off about those judgments. I can also tell if it's going to be one-sided real quick. And I'd have enough of those, so. Anyways, how do you, as an adult human, are you a child? That's my first question. If not, how do you, as an adult human, make new friends? Or how many friends do you have? 0, 1, 2, 3 close friends? I'm wondering people's norms and, what people's desires. I feel happy with the friendships that I have. Like, very thankful for the friends that I have. They're solid humans. And I'm open for one more in person. But I should be open to more than one more. I should be open to a few more. Because that's just, I don't know. It's just a thing in my head. That's really what most boundaries we set are. They're things in our head. But they're based on patterns we've noticed in the past, whether or not they're valid. Also, like, you know, the secure attachment and insecure attachment. It's important to form a secure attachment with your friends as well. Because otherwise, there's, like, lots of boundary setting and different things you have to do that take up even more energy and also might not be beneficial for your health, mental health. So I think it's important to kind of see if it's going to be a balanced, good friendship. And, And for a friend to be okay with you going away for a while. Like, there's this kind of common understanding between me and the good friends I have that sometimes we're going to go off and do our own thing and then come back together and kind of catch up. And there's not this, like, desperate need to constantly connect. And, like, it's just a natural process. And it feels comfortable. Like, you're comfortable with them going away and you're also comfortable being close. That's what secure attachment is. So, yeah, I hope you guys have some secure friendships, relationships. And if you're looking to make a new friend, I recommend going out to a St. Patrick's Day fest and going straight up to someone whose eyes look sensitive and like they have lots of thoughts and say, I want to be your best friend. How are you interested? That's what I did. I think Frank goes home, so we're gonna end it now. But first we're gonna scare him. I'll scare him. Oh, what's that? The vacuum.
It's Jaws.